Hello and welcome to Tales from My Dark Past. Today I'm on an exploration to find some of the ancient Britons sites, those that were here before the Romans came. So we're just west of present day Colchester town centre, or should I say city centre now, and we're going to try and find the old site of Camulodunum and whatever earthworks are around, maybe a few burial sites, tumuluses, mounds, I don't know, and we'll see what we can find. This was once the stronghold of Camulos, the Celtic war god, or as it became better known, Camulodunum. It was a fortress built on top of a plateau that ran from here in hilly fields all the way to Lexton in the west, about a mile over in all, and the site was defended by steep earth ramparts that ran from the hilltop to the valley floor. This was part of an extensive system of defences that protected Camulodunum between 50 BC and AD 43 when the Romans invaded. In fact, it was the largest group of linear earthworks of that period in Britain, and situated just 10 minutes walk to the west of the present city of Colchester. The most famous king of the Iron Age, Camulodunum, was Cunobelin, King of the Catuvellauni, who ruled from AD 5 until AD 40. Over here in the distance are the fields of Sheepton, and this is where Boudicca would have put her army down. They would have lined up in these fields over here, and they would have met up with the Trinovaties, the Catuvellauni and all the other tribes of the area just before they attacked Colchester. And the Romans would have been in this sort of direction here. And this is where Boudicca would have taken her army and sacked the town of Colchester, got rid of all the Romans, burned it to the ground, before heading on to St Albans and to London. Before the Roman invasion, Camulodunum was the capital of a powerful kingdom that extended over much of southeast England. During this time, the settlement was an industrial centre that had a mint that produced gold, silver and bronze coins of King Cunobelin's rule, and showed an ear of barley on one side and a horse on the other. Horses were symbols of royal authority, and the barley year celebrated the agricultural wealth that was the economic foundation of the kingdom. The year of the barley divided the letters CAMV, which refer to Camulodunum, and below the horse were the first letters of the name Cunobelin. During the Bronze Age in around 1275 BC, a bronze cauldron was carefully buried here at Hilly Fields with its mouth facing eastwards, which is that way. The burial of precious possessions in the distant past often took place as ritual activities. The cauldron is one of the oldest found in the British Isles and marks a significant technological development because it was made from sheet metal rather than using the earlier technique of casting. Right. I'm going to head on now and see what other bits we can find from the ancient Britons, as there is more to the west. Join me later on at the next site. Here, hidden in the undergrowth, is a pillbox from World War II. Hello, and I'm in Lexton Park now, and I'm going to be showing you some earthworks which might be the southwest corner of Camulodunum, of what was left of it, or as we're slightly further west, it might be from the settlement of the Trinovaties. But follow me and I'll show you what's through this little woodland. Nice old oak tree, hundreds of years old, probably 300 or 400 years. Another lovely old oak tree, probably a few hundred years old, and as we pass this we will see the steep embankment of the old plateau built by either the Trinovaties or the Catuvellauni, and they were built this steep to stop warriors with chariots getting up. And also to stop warriors on horseback, maybe to deter them from trying to get up there because of the steepness of it. Most of it's now been eroded away, sadly, over time, but there is some of this left still. So let's take a walk up and around, up onto the top of the mound, onto the top of the plateau I should say. And now you can see just how steep this would have been. Nigh on impossible for a chariot to get up, and very difficult for a horse rider as well. So that's site 2. Now I'm going to take you over to Blue Bottle Grove Dyke, and that will be site 3 in my quest to find the sites of the ancient Britons. We are now at the eastern end of our 3rd site, the Blue Bottle Grove Earthworks. Sadly, due to the housing estate on one side and the school on the other, these defences that were once built to help protect Camulodunum have all been eroded. They're nowhere near as steep as they used to be. These were all built between AD 43, around that time or just before the Romans arrived, to help protect Camulodunum from attack. And sadly there isn't a lot left of them. We'll have a little bit of a walk through to the west side. Now we've reached the west end of Blue Bottle Grove Dyke, and the fences you see through the bushes in front of me basically house what was once a cemetery. Excavations in 1924 reveal the burial of an Iron Age nobleman in a pit beneath a barrow 30 metres in diameter. He was surrounded by luxurious objects, some of them Roman imports, which clearly belonged to a man of great importance. They thought it was Cunobelin himself, but a dating of the objects to about 15 to 10 BC made this unlikely, as Cunobelin died around AD 40. It seems likely that the tumulus was a burial place of Addedomarus, the ruler of the Trinovaties, whose territory bordered that of the Catuvellauni, or his son, Dubnovellaunus, who succeeded him in somewhere between 10 to 5 BC. And now it's all built on houses, and those houses now own that mound, although I think everything in it ended up at the castle in Colchester, at the museum. So that's 4 sites that we've done, and next it's on to another burial mound, and we'll have to head up to Lexton Mount, which is just a bit further west. Oh, a bit dodgy in here. So if you follow me, we'll head to Lexton Mount, and you can join me there, and I'll tell you a little bit about that one as well as we emerge back out into Lexton Park. And I'll see you soon for the next part of our journey. This is Lexton Mount. Well, Lexton Mount. And in 1910 it was excavated. They cut a trench through it. And no burials were found. I will tell you a bit more about it. Lexton Mount is a rare example of a barrow of the Roman period. Barrows were an Iron Age burial tradition. The person buried here may have been a noble who chose to continue the burial custom after the arrival of the Romans. The earliest Roman barrows in Britain dates to the first decade of the Roman occupation. The majority of these are in East Anglia. Barrow building appears to have ended completely by AD 200. Lexton Mount is one of two known examples of Roman barrows in the Colchester area. The other is on the Mersey Island and can be visited. This one was excavated in 1910 by a group of wealthy gentlemen who were interested in archaeology. They found Roman pottery, tile and oyster shells, along with traces of burnt bone and charcoal, but they did not find a human burial. The centre of the mound appeared to have been previously disturbed, and it may have been looted by treasure hunters at an earlier date. These are the earthworks just off Straight Road that are known as a triple ditch. They were once thought to be pre-Roman, but they've now been recognised that the triple dyke was added to the dyke system after the conquest to strengthen the line of Shrub End Dyke. Now Shrub End Dyke sort of starts just where I started the filming. It used to run all the way up towards Dugard Avenue, further up Straight Road. Unfortunately, there isn't much left of it now. There's only what I'm going to show you now. And a section was cut across in 1961. No evidence of surviving banks was defined. But it led to suggestion that the easternmost ditch was an earlier ditch belonging to Shrub End Dyke North, which is basically up near where Shrub End, where Dugard Avenue is, I should say. But now there's only this small little patch of land left next to Straight Road. It's now just a bit of a nature reserve. This is also a bit of a cut through for people walking their dogs. It's a nice way to get off the main road. And it is now protected by English heritage. Nobody can build on it. Like most of the dike has been, as I said, there is not really much left of it now. There are little banks, there are little ditches. Let's go up here and have a look. And it runs right along the side of Straight Road. That's why you can hear a lot of the traffic. Sorry, didn't see you there. I'm sorry. Little wrens and this is how close it is to the road. You can sort of see it. This is quite nice to look at. Let's get another bit close to look at this tree. Well, the tree stump I should say, not tree. I bet that is home to various wildlife. Well, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And we will be adding more because there's a lot of history that's got to be covered here. So keep watching, and if I have missed any ancient Briton sites that I might have overlooked, please let me know down below in the comments. Thank you very much for watching.